For an annual gross income of 12 lakh rupees, you need to pay tax of around 68,452 in old tax regime and 1,19,600 rupees in the new tax regime. Due to some technical error in the last month, I received less than 50% of my regular salary and the rest of the amount was paid to the government as income tax. This created confusion along with financial hurdles. So I decided to get clarity on my taxes. To find out how much I needed to pay tax to the government, I created a tax calculator. So why did I prepare a personal tax calculator? The reason, sir, I didn't want to share my personal and income data online. Online tax calculators are complicated, and I enjoy doing these kinds of mathematics. In this video, I'm going to briefly talk about income tax and also share a tax calculator which I prepared using Google Sheet. Yes, of course, it is free for all. Please note that this tax calculator is mainly prepared for salaried persons, but also works for most of the people, and also the age limit is 80 years. Let's begin. I am Lakshmi Prashant and welcome to my channel The Wise Rabbit. What is income tax? Income tax in India is a tax paid by individuals or entities depending on the level of earnings or gains during a financial year. It means that we share a part of our income with the government. How much tax do I have to pay? The Government of India decides the rate of income tax as well as income tax slabs which individuals are taxed. Those under higher income tax slabs are taxed at higher rates. The taxable income slabs are changed from time to time, keeping in mind the price levels and situations in India. Sometimes the government also provides income tax rebates, which benefits people in the lower income group. What are tax rebates? If you are in lower income tax slabs like between 2.5 lakhs to 5 lakhs, the government will refund the tax paid by you when you file the income tax returns. Let's directly jump into the tax calculator. To use this tax calculator, you have to make a copy of it. First, go to File and press Make a copy of it. And press OK to save it as a reference document. Our income tax calculator is divided into 5 sections. One is 8th section, HRA table, income table, reductions table, and finally tax calculation table. Please note that all entries must be made in yellow boxes. Editing formulas will mess up the calculator. Age section. Please enter your and your parents' exact age because income tax calculations will change for the persons who are 60 years and above. In the gross income table, enter your gross income. It can include income tax, meal card amount, PF, bonus, LTA, any additional income you have received from your company. So let's assume that I am entering here 12 lakhs rupees of annual salary. So our tax calculator says that for 12 lakhs of annual income, you have to pay a tax of 1,63,800 rupees in old tax system. And in new tax system, you have to pay a tax of 1,19,000 rupees 600. So this is not our final tax and this can be reduced. Move to the HRA calculator. So let's assume that you are paying a monthly rent. So that amount you have paid for rent is not taxed. If you are living in any of these cities, press yes. Else select no. Referring to your salary slip, enter your basic and DA information. Let you are receiving a basic of 30,000 rupees per month and you are receiving a HRA amount as 20,000 rupees and you are paying a rent of around 15,000 rupees per month. Now move on to the HRA summary table. Here it says that you have paid a total rent of 1,80,000 rupees per year and you are tax exempted from 1,44,000 rupees. Now you have to pay a tax for only 36,000 rupees and these values will be automatically entered in the deductions table. Now move on to the deductions table. Section B can help you to save income tax on amount up to 1,50,000. Here you have to enter insurance premium amount, term insurance, life insurance, mutual funds amount, EPF, NPS, and principal on home loan. So by entering these values, your annual income tax values will keep reducing. So let's say like you are paying an insurance amount of around 15,000 rupees per annum. Next, monthly you are investing 5,000 rupees in tax saver mutual funds. So it is like 60,000 per year. Next, you have a PF of around 30,000 per year. So let's add that. Next, you have voluntarily invested in PPF. So let's say like 50,000 here. Next, principal on home loan is like around 50,000 rupees. So even the total value is around 2,05,000 rupees. You are eligible only like up to 1,50,000 rupees. But if you want an additional 50,000 rupees to be tax saved under ATC section, you can invest in NPS section. Here you will get an additional tax saving amount on up to 50,000 rupees. So let's say you are investing 60,000 rupees per year in NPS Tier 1 account. Out of this 60,000 investment, tax on amount up to 50,000 is exempted. Under Section 80D, based on your age, premium paid for your health insurance or your parents is tax exempted. So let's say like you are paying around 30,000 rupees per month on health insurance. So you are eligible up to 25,000 rupees. But let's say if you change your age to 60, you will be considered for 30,000 rupees. So your limit will increase. Let's keep it 27 only for now. Now, if your source of income is salary, then you must enter a standard deduction amount of 50,000. So the tax on this 50,000 is not considered. Next, enter the amount like any other deductions made by the company, like meal card amount, professional tax. So let's say around monthly you are receiving around 1,000 rupees on food, 1,000 rupees into 12, and professional tax of around 200 rupees per month is deducted from your salary. 200 into 12. After finishing all the deductions entry, finally you have saved a tax on 4,33,000 rupees 400. So for this amount you need not to pay any tax. Finally, deductions amounts are subtracted from the gross income and net taxable income is generated. Let's move on to the tax calculation table. There are two types of tax systems named old regime and new regime. In the old regime, all your tax saving payments will be considered. But in new regime, tax is based on gross income. Individuals have options to select among these two. Final tax to be paid to the government is shown in the green boxes. For an annual gross income of 12 lakh rupees, you need to pay tax of around 68,452 in old tax regime and 1,19,600 rupees in the new tax regime. You have the option to choose between these two. If your taxable income is less than 5 lakhs, even tax rebates are considered in this calculator. Link of this document is mentioned in the video description. I believe this tax calculator will be useful for you and you are free to modify and share it. If you find any mistake, please comment on the original sheet for improvements. I make videos on books, finance and vlogs. Like, share and subscribe. Be the wise rabbit. Thank you.
Over the edge, feel like I'm floating through the air. The pain I felt is